Good afternoon, everybody. As Marta mentioned, I'm Keith Lipson, the conductor today. My Chinese name is Li Ke, so I sort of have a double identity. I'm like a Beijing, right? I'm like an American in Beijing. And I've been in China many years. We've had a really, really fun time together in this day and a half. Yeah, it's a lot of pieces that are very difficult, and it's the first time many people have performed in a while, but I think they've done a very, very fine job. So, the first piece we just played, I'd just like to say, number one, every piece we have today, there's sort of a theme about the concert, and every piece of music has a connection to folk music of different cultures, different places. The first piece we heard was English Folk Suite by Ray Vaughan Williams. Who's a very well-known British composer, so it uses a lot of traditional British folk tunes. And the second piece is also based on folk music. Actually, it's based on Beijing opera, Jinju. Yes, it's called Spring Festival, 春节. It's written by a Chinese-American composer named Chen Yi, who's actually a friend of mine. And so what's great about this piece, it uses Chinese percussion, like Beijing opera percussion. So maybe you can hold up your instruments. Right, we have the gongs and all these kind of things. So it's very, very interesting. So we can bring this into a concert band. So yeah, I won't say too much more. Let's let the music speak for itself. Thank you. Great job with the percussion. That's not easy to do. So many of them have never played on the Chinese instruments. They have done very, very well. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to travel from the folk music of China to the folk music of Ireland. And this tune here, Irish tune from County Derry, or the London Derry Air. It's also called Danny Boy. So actually, Mark was just mentioning from Webb here that Danny Boy is probably one of the most recorded songs or tunes ever. They've done many, many different versions. Maybe some of us have heard it before, maybe we haven't, but it's a beautiful, beautiful melody. It's very, well, it's a folk song. So the composer Granger, Percy Granger, was Australian, British, and he would travel around Britain collecting different folk tunes, writing them down and then orchestrating them. So he took this beautiful, simple melody and he orchestrated it for band and for orchestra. It's a beautiful, beautiful arrangement with beautiful harmonies. So let's all enjoy Danny Boy. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and so for our final work, our final piece, it's the longest piece, it's Symphonic Gershwin. So Gershwin, American composer, he wrote a lot of famous tunes that became jazz standards. you know, he wasn't a jazz composer or a classical composer, but he was a composer who wrote sort of music with jazz elements, and wrote a lot of great pieces. So this is like a medley of some of Gershwin's most famous pieces. One of them is Rhapsody in Blue. It's a piano piece, beautiful. Another one is American in Paris, right? I'm an American in Beijing. So he took a trip to Paris once, and he was influenced by what he saw there. And we have actually a really cool instrument. We have a taxi horn, or an old-style car horn. Maybe you can play it for them. Yes, so it's supposed to sound like when Gershwin was in Paris, he heard these taxi horns, brum, brum, brum. So he actually put it into the music. Okay, so we can hear that special instrument. And he also, besides Rhapsody in Blue and American in Paris, the final one is Cuban Overture. So we have the music of Cuba, which uses folk music from Cuba, which is influenced by African and European Spanish, and also some native Taino elements. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of good percussion stuff, and we have some good wind solos to look forward to. All right, thank you very much.
fantastic. Thank you all so much.
Okay, wow. I was playing and I thought that was pretty good. Can we have another huge round of applause for the amazing musicians? ISP, WAB, and a few guests, and of course, this young man. So I can't actually remember when we first met, but he has been at WAB a few times before, mostly as a soloist, so he's a fantastic clarinetist, a fantastic musician. And if you know a little bit of history about APAC, we tend to, if it's a typical APAC, we would bring somebody in from overseas. And when we were looking at that, it was short time, but we couldn't bring anyone better, and he's right here on our doorstep in Beijing. So Mr. Keith Lipston, thank you very much for all the work you've done. Okay, so that was actually just part one of the concert, right? So right now, it's a progressive, like a progressive dinner party, it's a progressive concert. Okay, and you're going to progress as one, or 150, to the Blue Theatre shortly. But actually, forgive me, I'm going to ask the musicians to leave first. So, musicians, could you, this is what the instruction, Myanmar, listen. The instruction is, you are going to go to the Lotus Lounge, put your instruments away, bring your instruments with you, take them to the link, leave them in the link, and then go to the Blue Theatre. There's a lot of instructions there. Okay, so from the Lotus Lounge to the link, and then we'll see you in the Blue Theatre. No one, don't lose anyone on the way. Take everyone with you.